about 4 minutes of pre-roll, along with whatever Cameron wants to do.
Seven minutes now. So what we'll do is we'll have Cameron and Cassian do the introduction
Good to go up here? Yeah. Okay.
Cameron?
Yes, sir.
We started the stream, and this is what we're seeing now. When Justin switches to the shot of the field, I'd like you to welcome the audience and set up the game, and then introduce the piece on the coaches.
Okay.
They'll run. When that's done, we'll do a piece on defensive starters and offensive starters.
Okay.
And then it'll be your game. All right.
Sounds good. All right. The stream's officially started. I'm not on anybody's shot just yet. I just want to let you know.
Okay, so we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. When we get to 1, you're gonna go to some of the shots of the field, and then I'm gonna keep Cameron with the ball.
We're gonna actually officially start this thing. Stand by. Everything goes down.
Your call, Justin.
All right. Ready, camera 4. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Take camera 4.
Welcome in, folks, to Central Lakes College today for the home opener of Central Lakes College football. Central Lakes lost last week to Itasca 19-8, so they look to rebound after the opening season loss. Meanwhile, Fergus Falls coming in after crushing Minnesota West last week 43-18, so 43 points, an awful lot to look at. So here we go, and this defense today is going to have their hands full. And now let's get a jump start here at the look at the coaches for today's game.
And now let's meet our 2021 CLC coaching staff. Head coach, Greg Medic. Assistant coach, Shane Jordan. Assistant coach, Riley Atkinson. Assistant coach, Rob Kalaji. Assistant coach, Jordan Getty. Assistant coach, Troy Schreifels. And assistant coach, Dave Bostrom.
All right, folks, now let's take a look at our defensive starters for Central Lakes College football.
And now let's meet our 2021 CLC defensive starting lineup.
Nicholas Coram, defensive end, Century High School, Bismarck, North Dakota, freshman.
Joey Hessian, D-line, Sauk Rapids Rice High School, Sauk Rapids, Minnesota, freshman.
Riley Warden, D-line, Coney High School, New Germany, Minnesota, sophomore.
Hunter Nissen, linebacker, Aiken High School, Aiken, freshman.
Chase Dressel, linebacker, Mount High School, Shoreby, Minnesota, sophomore.
Cole Hiltner, linebacker, Pillager High School, Brainerd, Minnesota, freshman.
Charles Dressel,
Middle linebacker, Mounds View High School, Shoreview, Minnesota, sophomore.
Ilyasito, DB, Apollo High School, Tucson, Arizona, freshman.
Ryan Eckworth, free safety, Forest Lake, Minnesota, Forest Lake High School, freshman.
Udo Richards, defensive back, Assembly High School, Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota, freshman.
Tim Ryan, defensive back, Pigot Lakes High, Pigot Lakes, Minnesota, sophomore.
We'll find that out in a minute. If you guys can cue me too when my mic's hot and when it's not.
Yeah. Oh, I heard a couple people yell, no, that's safety rule. Which I like.
And now, let's meet our 2021 offensive starting lineup.
James Getty, offensive line, Dassel Cokato High School, Kingston, Minnesota, freshman.
Javon Coleman, offensive line, Tartan High School, Oakdale, Minnesota, freshman.
Luke Olson, offensive lineman, Cambridge Sandy High School, Cambridge, Minnesota, freshman.
Cornelius McNeil, offensive lineman, Dobson High School, Mesa, Arizona, freshman.
Jared Goodman, tight end, Columbia Heights High School, Columbia Heights, freshman.
Ethan Guerra, wide receiver, Andover High School, Andover, Minnesota, I'm a freshman. Jake Moe, wide receiver, Ashland High School, Ashland, Wisconsin, freshman.
Jackson Ackerman, wide receiver, Sauk Rapids Rice High School, Rice, Minnesota, and a freshman.
Noah Foster, wide receiver, Moore High School, Moore, Minnesota.
And we are away here at Central Lakes College. Returned from about the 10. Ball loose on the ground.
Kickoff received by number 15,
And so here the Itasca Spartans will start their drive from the 21-yard line.
First and 10, Fergus Falls from their own 21.
Fergus Falls here from their own 21. Nate Hayden, starting quarterback here for Fergus Falls. Looks left, throws across the middle. That ball complete.
That's complete to number 9, Zion Dove.
Zion Dove with the catch. Second down here for Fergus Falls. Hayden here back in the gun. He's got 3 wide receivers set, 1 in motion. Here's the pass and a big hit defensively there. Miguel Campo with the tackle there for Central Lakes. And that will be a loss here. Now we go to third down.
Third down.
Stay at that same level of focal length. Don't zoom in or out anymore. All you gotta do is follow the action, okay? All right. Dustin, no more zooming in or out either. All right, ready? Ready, 5. Take 5.
Here's Hayden back in the gun. He looks to pass. Deep ball down the middle. Incomplete.
Pass intended for Dove.
That ball intended for Dove. Incomplete. Fourth down. It'll be 4th and 8 here for Central Lakes. Back to return here, Noah Foster, as he stands back right around his own 40. Door just here for the punt. For Fergus Falls. 2 men back here for the Raiders. Here's the punt. Fair caught at the Fergus Falls 47. Tim Ryan with the fair catch there, and Central Lakes will begin their first offensive drive of the game.
Kevin, what's going on with your camera?
The Fergus Falls 47-yard line.
Okay.
So here, a 3 and out.
There you go. Keep following that action. Good job.
For Fergus Falls here, starting today's game, Matt Torres. Also, Landon Jones, number 14, will see some action at quarterback here today. Here's the draw, right up the middle for Rickman. Richmond there will gain just a couple. And it'll be 2nd and around 8 here for Central Lakes.
Second down and 8.
Raiders start out here. Richmond to Torres' left. And a 4 wide receiver set, 3 bunch to the right. Torres throws across the middle, incomplete. That pass intended for Ackerman. It falls incomplete, just a little out in front.
Third down and 8.
Ready, 4. Take 4. Kevin, you're very hot right now.
So here, 3rd and 8, ball on the Fergus Falls 45. Torres back in the gun once again. He's got Richmond to his left. Torres looks left, throws. That ball's intercepted. No clue where Torres was throwing that ball. There was nobody in the vicinity there. That pass intercepted. Aleu Conte picks that ball off. That is a good interception there from Fergus Falls, and they're going to start out this drive with excellent field position. And they're going to start out from the Raider 49.
Ready, 5.
So here is Fergus Falls. Starting out here, Nate Hayden in the gun. And Torres, I'm sure the starting quarterback here for the Raiders, getting an earful on the sideline. He threw that ball to absolutely nobody. And with that being said, the Fergus Falls Spartans will start out with their best field position of the day. As Rondarius Gregory will line up to the right of the Fergus Falls starting quarterback. I'm not sure quite what the delay is here, whether it's a personnel issue And here we go. Raiders look like they jumped. That'll be offsides.
Pass intended for Rick Roach. Incomplete. 36. Offsides.
So that would be offsides on the Raiders, so that will move it up. They got to add 5 here for the yard markers. And it will be first down and 5 here from the
penalty, 1st and 5.
It'll be first down and 5 from the Raider 44. Now he's got Gregory moving in motion here to his left. Looks right. Keeps his eyes downfield. Throw.
Pass intended for Rick Croce, incomplete.
That ball incomplete for Croce. And we're going to get holding here.
Holding, Fergus Falls.
Holding on Fergus Falls. So that is a big call. And kind of a lucky break there for the Raider defense. So Nate Hayden starting off his day 0 for 3 so far here
Down and 15.
for Fergus Falls.
1st and 15.
And it is going to be 1st and 15 now from the Spartan 46. Hayden here in the gun. He's got Gregory lined up to his right. Gregory in motion to the left. It's a screen pass. That goes for a big gain. Looks like it's going to be all the way up to about the Raider 48.
Second down and 9.
So now it'll be second down and 9 here from the Raider 48. Pass Gregory right up the middle with a burst of steam. He's got a first down. We're very close to it. Gregory there with a great run up the middle, cut to his left.
Gain of 10, first down.
That'll be a gain of 10
Fergus Falls.
for the Fergus Falls starting running back. Hayden here back in the gun once again. We're going to be seeing a lot of this today on both sides. Man in motion here. Hayden looks downfield. He's got pressure coming from the defensive line. Throw. Caught. Lost it out of bounds.
Pass completes to number 8, Jonathan Griffin.
Jonathan Griffin there with a catch. He stepped out of bounds somewhere.
First down and 10 from the Raider 21.
On the Raider 21-yard line. So here Hayden lined up. He's got a 3 wide receiver set to his left. And Gregory here to his right. So here it is, run up the middle here for Gregory. And Gregory all the way down to about the 8-yard line. That'll be about a 12, 13-yard run.
Darius Gregory.
So Gregory here already, 2 carries.
Goal, Fergus Falls.
2 carries, 22 yards already for the starting running back here. Gregory, a pretty big running back, 5'10", 195. Is Rondarius Gregory. Gregory here moves in motion. Hayden throws up the middle. That ball caught.
Pass complete to number 18, Jaha Zizi.
Jaha Zizi there with a catch.
Second and goal, Fergus Falls.
Second and goal here for Fergus Falls. Can't quite tell where the ball is spotted. It'll be spotted at the 5, so that will be about a gain of 4. Fergus Falls here looking like they're trying to get set. As Hayden here barking some signals to his offense. Hayden here once again back in the gun. Here's the snap. Fake handoff, throw up the middle, that ball incomplete.
Pass intended for Matthew Proto, incomplete.
Proto, the intended receiver here.
3rd and goal.
Third and goal here for Fergus Falls. Hayden once again here lined up in the gun. He's got Gregory to his left. One wide receiver split out to the left. Here's the snap. Here's the throw. That ball caught. And that
Pass caught by
is a Fergus Fall.
Fergus Falls touchdown.
That is a touchdown. Frederick Brown there grabbing his first touchdown of the day. That will be a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Carson McKnight for the extra point.
And here Itasca here with the extra point. Kick is up on the way. That kick is good.
Extra point is good.
So Fergus Falls here jumping out to a 7-0 lead. Off an interception coming from Raiders starting quarterback Matt Torres.
Kramer and Foster back to return for the Raiders.
Foster here back to return here for the Raiders.
McKnight to kick for Fergus Falls.
McKnight here to kick the ball off here for Fergus Falls. A couple of men back deep here for the Raiders. Here's the kick. It is away. And this ball will be fielded right around the 10-yard line. And a great return, returned all the way up
Returned by number 81,
to the
Noah Foster.
Raider 35.
1st and 10 from the Raider 36-yard line.
So the Raiders starting out here with some pretty good field position. And it'll be Torres coming out onto the field again for the Raiders under center or back in the gun, as we're going to see a lot today. And as mentioned, Landon Jones should get some action here today at quarterback as well for the Raiders. Jones does not have a completion yet today as he moves a man in motion, and we got a flag here. It looks like it's going to be, that should be a false start here on the Raiders, and indeed it will be.
Raiders.
So that will move the Raiders back to the 31. And it will be first and 15.
Raider 31.
So here we go again. The Raiders starting their second offensive possession of the game so far. Richmond in. Here's the pass across the middle, and that's a big gain.
Number 85, Jake Moe.
Jake Moe with a catch there. So now the ball up to the 44. Good completion there.
Down.
13-yard completion there for Torres. And Workman there. First down here for the Raiders. Screen pass. And there goes Noah Foster.
To Noah Foster for a Raider first down. First and 10 from the Fergus Falls 40.
That was a 16-yarder. So Torres there with 2 straight completions, totaling about 29 yards. Torres again here. He's got Richmond under center. Here's another run, and that's going to be a loss there for Foster.
Foster for a loss. Second down and 13.
Second and 13 here. No, for the Raiders, Foster getting a lot of action in so far here today. He's got a couple of catches, a couple of rushes. So his name will probably be talked about a lot today. And there's Torres, high snap, gets it off. Foster with a catch. And not much doing there.
Complete for a short game. Third down and 12.
Third down and 12 here for the Raiders. That's a completion of only about a couple of yards. So here's Torres in the gun again. He's got a 4 wide receiver set. He's got Richmond lined up to his left. As Torres maybe audibling here, barking out some signals. He looks left, throws left. That ball caught. And that's going to be a big gain there for the Raiders. That ball caught by Jake Moe for a huge first down. See where they marked him out here. That is a huge completion.
First and goal from the
that ball down to the
5-yard line.
So that's about a 37-yard completion. So here we go. Torres here lined up into the gun. Hand off Richmond. And not much doing as he's tackled by a host of Spartans. And it doesn't appear like there's going to be much of a gain there on that play.
Run by Richmond for no gain. Second and goal.
So it'll be second and goal here from the Spartan 5-yard line. Here is Torres has a 4 wide receiver set. He's got Richmond to his right. Here's the pass out for Foster. And that's not going to do much either. So now we're going to be moving to third down. And see what they gained here on this one.
From the 4-yard line.
That'll be an official gain of 1 yard. So Noah Foster so far 2 catches, 17 yards. Unofficially, of course. So Torres here in the gun as he's got Jake Moe in motion. Throw left, looks left. That ball, did he catch that? That is a touchdown for the Raiders.
Pass complete to Jackson Ackerman for a Raider.
Ackerman with a Raider touchdown. Looked like that ball may have been picked off initially. And that will be caught. So that'll be about a 3-yard touchdown. For Ackerman.
Torres to kick the extra point for the Raiders.
Torres here to kick the extra point, trying to tie this game up here at 7. Snap down, low snap. And we're going to have some laundry on the field here. And it looks like we're going to have a false start.
False starts on the Raiders.
It's going to be number 71, Will Gruber, for the false start.
You just got to stand there until the center stands.
That'll be the Raiders' 4th penalty already here in this game. And Torres will try the extra point here once again from the 10. So the extra point initially was good. Here he's going to give it a second shot. Snap down, kick is up away, and he completely kicked that one low. And he misses the crossbar on that one, so it will remain a 1-point game here as the Fergus Falls Spartans here lead the Central Lakes College Raiders 7-6 here late in quarter 1. So here Torres to kick the ball away.
Torres to kick.
That ball back deep here for, looks like Isaiah Griffin. Muffs the ball at the 10. This is going to be a huge return for Fergus Falls.
Isaiah Griffin with the return for Fergus Falls.
Isaiah Griffin initially muffing the ball at about the 10. And he's going to, looks like he's going to move that ball close to midfield. And it looks like that's where they're going to mark that ball right at midfield. It'll be a 40-yard return for Isaiah Griffin. So Nate Hayden ended the drive on a 4-yard touchdown pass on his last drive. And here's the run for Gregory. It looks like he's going to pick up about 4 on the carry.
Run by Gregory, gain of 4.
So Gregory here, 3 carries, 26 yards so far here. 2nd and 6. Hayden here back once again in the gun, and it looks like we've got a 3 wide receiver bunch to the right. It's a gorgeous day here, not a lot of wind. About 72, 73 degrees here today for some early September football for the Raider home opener. Here's Hayden back to throw. That ball caught up to about the 42.
Catch by Zion Dove.
Zion Dove there with about a 4-yard grab. So Dove there grabbing his first completion of the day. Raiders here with 3 defensive backs back deep here. So they're definitely looking for the pass. Here's the rush. That ball dropped.
Pass intended to Joel Berjuski. Incomplete, 4th down.
Berjuski there with a drop. So that's a little unfortunate there for the Spartans. It looks like he had some room to run. And it's going to move to 4th and 3. And it looks like the Spartans want to keep their offense out onto the field here. Maybe want to give this ball off. As they still try to figure this out. And it'll be Jordist here in the backfield. Kind of surprised here they don't have Gregory here in the backfield. But both Gregory and Jordust here, both the same, 5'10", 195. Here's the handoff up the gut, and it looks like the Raiders stuffed them.
Turnover on downs. First down, Raiders.
And that's going to be a first down there for the Raiders. So that's a huge defensive stand there for the Raiders. That's exactly what they needed here, trying to instill some momentum here as we got a flag. And it's going to be a penalty here on Fergus Falls. And it's going to be on sportsmanlike conduct here for Fergus Falls. So that should be a 15-yard penalty. They're going to move this ball up.
15-yard penalty.
So that's a huge penalty there.
1st and 10.
3rd penalty of the day.
Fergus Falls, 44-yard line.
3rd penalty of the day here for Fergus Falls. The ball all the way up to the Spartan 44. And so here. So we now have Landon Jones back in the gun here for the Raiders. Jones at 6'6", 227. As he is crushed.
Pass complete to Ackerman.
As Ackerman with the catch.
Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
So Ackerman 2 catches, 5 yards in the opening possession touchdown for Central Lakes. So Landon Jones again, 6'6", 227. High snap, loses the handle on it, and he's got to jump back on that one.
Landon Jones with the recovery.
So that's going to be a big loss there for the Raiders.
Third down and 20 from the Raider 46.
Now it's going to be 3rd down and 20 here from the Raider 46. So a big miscue there. The Raiders get gifted with a 15-yard on sportsmanlike conduct from Fergus Falls and just about lost that back. So now it's going to be 3rd and 20. So you don't have too many playbook options here on 3rd and 20. Jones steps back with a throw. That ball caught by number 85, Ackerman.
Jake Moe.
Or that's going to be Jake Moe, excuse me. Jake Moe with a 37-yard catch earlier in the game.
4th down and 10.
4th down and 10, so that'll be about a 10-yard gain. 2 catches, 47 yards here for Jake Moe already in this game. And the punt.
Miller back to punt.
Will be number 31, Roman Miller. High spiraling kick. Taken by Isaiah. That ball fair caught. And a late fair catch. Signaled.
Fair catch by Isaiah Griffin.
And the Fergus Falls Spartans will start their drive deep in their own territory. And it looks like they're going to start at about the 15-yard line.
Fergus Falls 15.
Trying to get a good vantage point here. And a brand new booth this year. Raiders would have been able to use this booth last year, but due to COVID-19, there were no fall sports anywhere, of course, all over the country. So we're in a beautiful new booth here. I guess you could call it its second year. And much better vantage points, and much better here from the Central Lakes College videography team to film here this year. And here's Hayden back to pass. That ball caught by number 11, Frederick Brown.
Short gain.
And that will be a short gain. Let's see here where they spot the ball. It looks like that's only going to be about a 1-yard catch. So two catches, 5 yards today here for Frederick Brown so far. And so here Hayden again back in the gun. He's got Gregory to his right. He's got 3 wide set. Looks left. Throws deep downfield. He's got Brown wide open with a big grab. Inside the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Fergus Falls.
Brown for a touchdown.
That is a big play. That is a huge play for Fergus Falls. As that's going to go for 84 yards. So that's a big blow.
Carson McKnight to kick the extra point.
Frederick Brown off to an absolute killer start here today. Snap down, hold, kick is good.
Extra point good. Minnesota State, Fergus Falls 14.
3 catches, 89 yards for Frederick Brown here so far on the day.
Flag on the play.
As we have some late laundry on the field.
Running into the kicker.
Running into the kicker will be the penalty. It'll obviously be declined, and the extra point will stand. And the Fergus Falls Spartans jump out here on the Central Lakes College Raiders 14-6 with about 14 seconds left here to go in the first quarter of the home opener.
Kramer Foster back to return for CLC.
Foster here back to return here.
McKnight to kick for Minnesota State.
McKnight to kick once again. Trying to get a decent vantage point here. Standing only 5'4", you're kind of in the way of a couple of panels, so I will try to do my best here for the viewing audience. McKnight here back to return. Noah Foster and Andrew Kramer here back to receive. So Kramer here on the return from the 10. Bounces off a tackle and gets up to about the 32, 33-yard line.
Kramer with the return for the Raiders.
So that is where the Raiders will start here.
1st and 10 from the Raiders, 32.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 32. See who's under center, and it will be Landon Jones once again. Jones so far has completed one pass for just 2 yards. And Rickman, the starting running back here for Central Lakes, 2 carries, 3 yards. And Noah Foster's also gotten in on the action. He's got 2 rushing attempts here for -2 yards. So here's Jones once again under center. Looks right, throws. That ball caught
That's from Jones
by number 87.
to Tucker Schultz, complete.
That ball completed there to the 41, so it'll be about a
Second down and
1. It should be 2nd down and 1.
that's the end of the first quarter.
That'll be the end of the first quarter, with the Fergus Falls Spartans leading 14-6 after 1 quarter of play.
As a courtesy to fans, please make sure you find a seat to view the game.
And so here we go, start of the second quarter. Here Landon Jones.
Second down and 1 to begin the second quarter.
2nd down and 1 here to start quarter number 2. Landon Jones under center. It looks like that'll be a toss here to Rickman. That'll be his 3rd carry of the day. That'll be a first down.
A Raider first down.
And that'll be about a gain of 6. So Richmond so far 3 carries, 9 yards. So far on his day today. Jones and Rickman now in motion to the left. Looks left. Pumps, throws. That ball complete.
Pass by Jones complete.
To number 83, Ackerman. And that will be, see where they want to officially spot the ball. And that will be a gain of about 12.
Second down and 7.
So here's Jones once again. Here's the snap. There's the quick handoff up the gut, and it looks like the Raiders got close to midfield. Looks like they're going to spot it at about the 49, so it'll be about a 2-yard gain. So just a short carry there for Central Lakes. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Short gain. 3rd and 6.
So here's Jones once again lined up. He's got a 3 wide receiver set to his right, 1 to the left. As Jones looks to get some signals here from the sideline, moves a man in motion. High snap, able to get it under control. That ball thrown, nearly intercepted
Pass intended for Schultz, incomplete. Fourth down.
Alu Conte nearly came up with his second pick of the day, and the Raiders will go 3 and out once again. So the Raiders a little sluggish offensively so far here to start, and we've got some whistles. And it looks like Fergus Falls is going to take a timeout. Leading here 14-6 early in quarter number 2. So here the Raiders are back to punt. And it will be Roman Lee back here to punt. That punt nearly blocked. That ball's going to roll to about the 21-yard line, and that is where Fergus Falls will start their opening drive of quarter number 2.
First and 10. Minnesota State's Fergus Falls.
So Nate Hayden here again. Had a pretty efficient drive his last time out, and it ended with an 84-yard touchdown pass to Frederick Brown. Frederick Brown so far on the day, 3 catches, 89 yards. So wouldn't surprise me if he gets over the century mark here somewhere in this quarter. Hayden moves a man in motion. That'll be a wide receiver screen.
Pass from Hayden completes.
And that will be to Dordist on the grab. And unfortunately, I'm out of wide receiver spots here for Fergus Falls. So I won't be able to have any stats on anybody here that I have written down on my stat sheet. It'll be 2nd down and 6 here from the Spartan 26. Hayden here back to pass. He looks over the middle, able to evade some pressure. That ball thrown, caught
Pass by Hayden
to number 18,
to Jala Zizi.
Zizi with a catch. They're going to say he stepped out, incomplete.
Pass incomplete. 3rd down.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 6 here. The Raiders looking for a big defensive stand. Let's see here if they can get it. Raiders here primarily played zone coverage throughout the day. So far to start here, let's see if they can bring some pressure. Hayden here going to the sideline looking for a signal. He looks to audible here. Hayden again. Looks right, throws right. That ball lofted, caught by Frederick Brown. My, oh my.
Pass completes to Rick Rossi. 1st down, Minnesota State's Fergus Falls.
Rossi with a catch. And a big time grab there. So Hayden definitely looks very composed back there. He's evaded pressure a couple of times here today. And looks to try to continue some Spartan momentum here. Fake handoff, he looks left, throws. That ball deep, Frederick Brown overthrown.
Pass intended for Brown, incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
So far, Hayden is 7 of 13. Or 5 of 13, pardon me. So Spartans will make a couple of subs here. And it looks like they're going to have a 3 wide receiver set to Hayden's left. And Gregory in the backfield to Hayden's left here. Hayden barking out some signals here. That ball snapped, and Hayden had to jump back on the football.
That snap recovered by Nate Hayden.
And that's going to be a loss of 9 on the play.
3rd down, 19.
So it's going to be 3rd and 19. Again, Raiders were in a 3rd and 20 earlier in the game. They were able to complete that for 10. And that forced a 3 and out. So not too many play calls here on 3rd and 19. So let's see here what the Spartans can come up with here on 3rd and a country mile. So the ball here on the Raider 49. Evades pressure, rolls to his right, throws deep. That ball incomplete. As that ball was intended for Isaiah Griffin, incomplete. And that will be 3 and out here for the Spartans. So the Raiders here in desperate attempt of trying to get something going offensively. They only put up 8 points last week against Itasca.
Noah Foster back to receive for the Raiders.
Coach Medic lifetime 97-26 as a head coach. So the Raiders with a couple of MCAC title clinches there under their belt in 2009 and 2016. And a good kick, fair caught there by Foster at the 10.
Fair catch. 1st down from the Raider 10.
So that will be about a 40-yard punt. And that is where the Raiders will start here. 11:22 to go here in the 2nd quarter as the CLC offense tries to get some headway here on down as they trail here by 8, 14-6 to Fergus Falls. And it looks like it's going to be Landon Jones again under center for Central Lakes, as apparently Coach Medic wasn't maybe too impressed with how Matt Torres' first couple of possessions had gone. So that handoff, I believe, was to Richmond.
Run up the middle by Bell.
It actually will be to Bell. That'll be to Darrell Bell.
Down.
2nd down and 7 now. Jones throws, looks left, that ball caught. 1st down on a huge gain. And Foster with a big time grab. Or my apologies, that's going to be Ethan Guerrero with his first catch of the day.
Pass complete to Guerrero for a big gain. 1st and 10 Raiders.
That was a huge catch there. See officially where they spot the ball. They're going to spot the ball on the Central Lakes College 49, it appears. We'll call it midfield, so that'll be a 40-yard play. Be a 40-yard play there for Guerrero as he grabs his first catch of the day. Four completions on the day for 54 yards. Man in motion, that ball off to Bell. Bell is going to be stuffed in the backfield for a loss of about 3.
For a loss. Second down and 13.
So it'll be 2nd down and 13 here from the Raider 47. So Darryl Bell officially standing 5'10", 225 freshman out of Mendota Heights. Jones here once again under center, throws over the center of the field. That ball incomplete. And big hit there by Joshua Mitchell. And it looks like Noah Foster is going to get up a little slow.
Foster, incomplete.
So that's an unfortunate injury there for the Raiders. Noah Foster so far on the day, 2 catches, 17 yards, and a touchdown. His first reception, the 16-yarder, was a TD, and then he had a 1-yard catch here earlier in the game, but he looks like he's going to be able to get up and hopefully walk off under his own power. So he looks to be walking off all right. He's got his left arm on his hip and appears to be okay for the most part, at least as far as we can tell visually. So that's going to be a little bit of a loss here for the Raiders, as Foster stands 6 foot 220, as he is one of two sophomores rather on the Central Lakes roster. Jones under center again, throws, looks right, throws. That ball nearly incomplete as he stared down Tucker Schultz the entire way.
Pass intended for Tucker Schultz, incomplete. 4th down.
And it will be another 3 and out here for the Raiders. Coverage by Alu Kanta. Kanta's been in action here a little bit today. He had the pick on the opening possession. Miller to punt. That ball nearly blocked. And that ball is going to bounce. And the Raiders saying that he touched the football. And then it looks like the referees are going to say that he got blocked into the football. So the Spartans will maintain possession. And they will start this at the 19-yard line. Last few times the offense has stalled out. It's been a couple of 3 and outs. So Hayden be back into the gun here once again. Jordust in the backfield here for the Spartans. To Hayden's right. Man in motion. Jordust is going to get it's going to be Gregory with the handoff.
Run by Gregory for a short gain.
Gregory with a short gain. Looks like he may have picked up about 3. So Jordust there with his 4th carry of the game. So Gregory about 29 yards on 4 carries so far to start this game. Hayden standing a little bit more back in gun. That ball dropped by Gregory. That ball incomplete. And the last completion for Hayden was back in the first quarter. So it's been a little while here for Nate Hayden to be able to get a completion from either running back or any wideouts. As Gregory is going to stand here to Hayden's left. And here, let's see what the Raiders have in store on defense. They're lined up in zone. Hayden evading pressure again, throws, keeps his eyes downfield. And that ball.
Pass intended for Dove, incomplete.
That ball
4th down.
Incomplete for Dove, and it'll be another 3 and out here for the Spartans, as they lead here 14-6.
Tim Ryan to return.
Getting close to midway through the second quarter.
Come on, oh, let's go.
Back to kick.
So 17 attempts here already for Nate Hayden. And Hayden close to 90 yards today so far. Here's the punt. No pressure coming from the Raiders. That ball is going to let go, and it sounds
Ball
like
down at the 31.
Tim Ryan back to return the ball. Had an earful from the
Brad
sideline.
Young.
His
First and
coaches were
10
telling him to catch that
Raiders.
ball, and they lost probably about 10 yards on the return. So it will be Jones again. Under center, Matt Torres completing 2 full possessions for the Raiders as he starts the game. And I believe this will be about the Raiders' 4th possession here with Jones as their quarterback. And it's a lucky break here as it looks like Noah Foster back in the game here for the Raiders. That handoff to Richmond. Richmond not going to gain much.
Hand off to Richmond for a short gain.
And Richmond's going to be lucky to gain a couple of yards here, and it looks like they're going to give him 2.
Second down and 8.
And Richmond, 4 carries, 11 yards so far on his day. Last week, Richmond had 3 carries for 20 yards in the loss to Itasca. Jones trying to evade some pressure. Was he able to get the ball away? And they're going to say no. So that's going to go down as a sack. And that's going to move the ball
for a loss
all the way back to the 24. So that's going to be a tough loss there for the Raiders.
3rd and 18.
So that'll be a loss of 10 on the play. So again, the Raiders backed into a 3rd and long. It's about the third. That's about the 3rd time they've been pinned back into a 3rd and 15 or more in this game here so far today. So Matt Torres is actually going to come back here under center as he played the first series of the game as he started for Central Lakes. It seems like today it's going to be more of a quarterback by committee here for head coach Greg Medic. And it looks like the Spartans here ready to blitz. They're going to bring the house. Torres with a throw. And a big hit coming from the Spartan defense.
Pass complete to Jake Moe.
Jake Moe there with a catch.
4th down.
So it's going to be another punt here for the Raiders. That will be a catch of 2 for Jake Moe.
Miller to punt
So
for the
Jake
Raiders.
Moe today, 3 catches, 49 yards. Of course, all these stats coming unofficially. Here's the punt. This ball skied near midfield. And that is where
Fair catch at the 49.
Minnesota State will start
50-yard line. 1st and 10.
their possession as they lead
ball.
here 14-6, 7:02 left here to go in the first half. So here are the Spartans starting from midfield here. Man in motion. This is going to be a flip. That will officially go down as a rush.
Brought by Isaiah Griffin.
Isaiah Griffin.
1st down, Spartans.
Isaiah Griffin there on the
Raiders,
carry.
39-yard line.
And that will be an 11-yard gain for the Spartan wide receiver. Gregory here, the starting running back. Only 4 carries so far in this game for about 29 yards. As he is lined up to Hayden's left. 3 wide receivers to the right. And delayed draw on a big hit. Brought by number 34, Eli Weingartner, excuse me.
By 34, Eli Weingartner for the Raiders.
Weingartner picks up his first tackle of the day. So that's a big play. That'll be moved to 2nd and 15 now as we have 6 minutes rather to go here in the first half. Hayden here back left. Under center. Looks to the center, had some pressure, evades. That throw to Gregory, that ball pass completed.
Ball complete. Pass complete to Gregory for a loss.
Pass complete there to Gregory for a big loss.
3rd down and 21.
That'll be a loss of 6. Gregory there coming up with a catch. So it'll be 3rd and 15 here for the Spartans, right around midfield. As the clouds start to cover here a little bit here in Brainerd. About an hour in, so this game moving relatively fast. Not a whole lot of penalties. Hayden back in the gun, throws over center. That ball intercepted by Jamar Nelson. That's a big play for the Raider defense.
First down, Raiders.
And that is a first down for the guys in red. So Jamar Nelson, 5'7", 151. The freshman coming up with a big play for the Raiders defensively. And we'll see here if Torres is going to start this possession, and he will here for the Raiders. Nine completions in a row for Torres in his game. Rolls out to his left, and he's brought down for the sack.
Loss on the play.
And that's going to be 2nd and a mile here for the Raiders. Clock will continue to run. We're under 5 minutes here to go in the first half. So that's an 11-yard loss.
21.
So that is it's just kind of a broken play. It may have been some route confusion as Torres had to hold on to the football and not really much going there for Matt Torres on that play. So Torres moving with a man in motion. Here's the run from Richmond. Richmond with a big carry. All the way up to the 25-yard line. Richmond with what would be a 20-yard gain on the play. Great hole there up the middle, created there by the Raider offensive line.
That's a Raider first down.
So 5 carries, 31 yards now. That should be a face mask, and it will be.
Flag on the play.
So that'll be a huge play. Face mask committed there on number 95 for the Spartans. That should be a 15-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty. That's another Raider first
So that
down.
face mask there, pretty obvious. Everybody on the Raiders sideline throwing the flag on that one, and they got it immediately. So that'll move the ball up to the Raider 40-yard line. So here's Torres back here in the gun. He's got a man in motion. That ball handed off to Bell. Bell up the middle.
Run by Bell for a gain.
Bell for a gain of maybe 4. See where they want to officially spot this ball. Looks like it's going to be about a 4-yard gain, and it will be.
Down and 6.
So Bell on the day today, 3 carries for 4 yards. Darrell Bell trying to get his feet moving here a little bit. Raiders move a man in motion. That'll be Ackerman. Handoff. Not doing much there for the Raiders. And it looks like they're going to be lucky to really gain any yardage on that play. Richmond for a loss.
Excuse me, no gain. 3rd down and 6.
No gain there for Richmond. And it'll be 3rd down and medium here for Central Lakes. Matt Torres here back in the gun once again. Pardon the background noise as Central Lakes Videography here putting the game together here for you today, as they have done for many years. Torres here looking left, throws. That ball nearly intercepted by number 17, Carter Deshawn. Nearly with the
Jake
pick.
Moe, incomplete.
And Jake
4th
Moe
down
incomplete.
and 6.
So that
Timeout,
ends a
Raiders.
streak of 9 straight completions for Matt Torres. And so it's going to be another 3 and out here for Central Lakes. So their offense just sputtering to start this day today. Put up a big score here earlier in this contest. As Justin Ackerman came up with the touchdown. Oh, it's the 3-yard touchdown. As we are under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. As the score reads on your screen, 14-6 Spartans. And starting to cloud up here today. Taking a look at the weather here, 75 degrees, partly cloudy, and it should be a beautiful rest of the afternoon. No rain in sight here in the Central Lakes area. There is some rain a little bit north, but nowhere close here to Raider territory. So Central Lakes here with it. 4th and 6. They're going to go for it. Matt Torres here trying to get him to jump here. And Pioneers well aware of that. And Central Lakes going to call their first timeout of the half. Raiders, I believe that is their first timeout taken this half. So they will have 2 left to use here with under 2 minutes to go. Spartans with 2 timeouts in their bag as well. Here's Torres. The Raiders here to punt. Not a good kick, and they're hoping to get a good roll out of it, and it doesn't. As this ball will die
Ball down at
about the
26-yard line.
26.
1st and 10. Minnesota State.
So Nate Hayden back out onto the field here as they will start their drive at their own 26 as they look to try to avoid another 3 and out. It's been a lot of punting today on both sides. here is Nate Hayden back in the gun here as he has Gregory lined up to his left. And the 3 wide receivers set, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Hayden with the give here to Gregory. Gregory getting up to about the 31, so that'll be about a 5-yard gain.
Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 7.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7 here. As Gregory with a carry of 3, pressure. Hayden rolling out to his right, holding it. Looks like that ball is going to be coming back. It looks like that ball was picked off, and it is. Big pick there for Central Lakes. Vito Richards coming up there with the 2nd interception of the day.
Flag on the play. Holding on the Spartans, that penalty is declined.
On the Spartans, the penalty will be declined. That'll be the 2nd interception of the day. As Jamar Nelson got the earlier interception for Central Lakes, 21 and 22.
1st and 10 from the
respectively for Central
line.
Lakes. And the Raiders with their best starting field position of the day, starting at the Spartan 40. So hopefully Torres here can lead the Raiders here down the field here for a touchdown, or if anything else, hopefully just a field goal if anything here, as we've got 1:06 left to go here in the first half. Here's Torres back to pass, looks right, throws right. That ball up in the air, nearly intercepted. That ball falls incomplete.
Pass intended. Pass intended for Schultz, incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Tucker Schultz not able to reel that ball in, as that was probably about 3 yards overthrown. So Torres here back, going to be under center again. We more than likely will not see any quarterback physically under center in this game. And it's a very rare occasion that any college quarterback will take center these days in 2021. Low snap, Torres having to gather it, and he just throws that ball away.
Pass incomplete. 3rd down and 10.
And it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Torres heads to the sideline, getting the play call here from head coach Greg Medic. And offensive coordinator Riley Atkinson. Greg Medic this year starting his 13th season as under the helm of the Raiders. A couple of conference championships under their belt. Latest coming in 2016 that I was fortunate enough to broadcast 5 years ago. So Torres with a throw, dead center.
For Ackerman,
and Ackerman has that one fall incomplete. And that was just a straight drop. So Ackerman's had a couple of drops today. And another 3 and out here coming from Central Lakes. As Miller back to punt. High punt. That ball is going to roll and be downed.
Punt down at the Spartan 16-yard line.
Ball down at the 16. So it's only going to be about a 24-yard punt. So that punt had absolutely no distance. It looked like it went off right off the top of his foot, straight up into the air. And with 44.5 seconds left here in this first half, that is where the Spartans will start their drive here at their own 16, leading here 14-7. As Nate Hayden with 1 touchdown pass today. Maybe looking to get his team here another one if he can here. 2 timeouts in the bag, I believe, for the Spartans. So we're just trying to get the ball spotted here. As personnel here, and it's going to be a timeout called here for the Spartans. Spartans will take their second timeout of the half. They will have 1 left to use. Ball now up to the 35. So the Raiders with the football here. As I was looking down at my stat sheet, so I was not aware of how the Raiders ended up getting the football. Here's Torres with a throw. That ball caught by Schultz. Tries to evade some tackles, trying to get out of bounds. And he's down near the 20-yard line.
For a Raider first down.
It's a big play there of about 15. So 2 catches on the day. That ball looks like it was intercepted, and it was.
Pass intercepted.
So just when the Raiders have some momentum, Torres took it away.
First down and 10.
So 25 seconds left to go. So Deshaun Carter there with the interception, and there's nothing going here for Central Lakes this afternoon so far. 6 points, all they have to show for it in the first half so far. 25 seconds left to go. And I'm not really sure why Torres threw the ball deep. He really didn't have anybody to throw to except the guy wearing a white jersey. So here's Hayden. He's got a back lined up to his right. That'll be Gregory. Gregory with the catch. And not a ton doing.
Pass complete to Gregory for a loss.
As that will be completed to Gregory there for the loss. And it looks like that is going to be maybe the end here of the first half. As 10 seconds in counting. And it doesn't look like Hayden intends to get a snap off, so it'll be a 14-6 lead for the Spartans here at the first half.
At the half, Spartans 14, Raiders 6.
14-6 here at the half.
The Minnesota College Athletic Conference and its member institutions are committed to providing a culture.
So we'll be back here in about 20 minutes for the start of the second half, as a lot of adjustments need to be made here in the second half for Central Lakes as they trail 14-6 heading into the half.
Students, as we strive to teach the ideals of good sportsmanship, safety, and fair play, the MCAC strongly condemns any action or comments of racism and discrimination towards any color, creed, or sexual orientation. Any negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other abusive comments or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or other staff members will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. Let's continue to show respect and good sportsmanship throughout this contest by encouraging your team and setting an example of positive conduct while in attendance at today's contest.
So, folks, we have a couple of player profiles we'd like to give you here during the intermission here. We've got about 18 minutes and counting. We will have Tim Ryan. And let me see where our second man is. It'll be Chase Dressel, number 47. Will be our Charles Dressel, pardon me, will be our two player profiles. So let's start that now. And we will see you back here for the start of the second half.
Well, Tim Ryan adds a great dimension to our defense in his leadership. He's a great communicator. He's got some maturity, having spent a year in a Division III program at the University of Wisconsin River Falls. We liked him as the safety in our defense because he's able to make all the calls and the adjustments for our secondary. And he really becomes a pretty good physical football player for us as well, too. So, more importantly, Tim's educational plan has been very strong, transferring to us in the career and technical fields, completing his automotive study program. Has been a great fit as a student at Central Lakes College. Tim does a great job of always asking questions, seeking to improve, and helping his teammates along. He's a really good influence on the field and off the field.
Well, thank you for joining us, and we're excited to have Tim Ryan with us for our CLC football player profile. And Tim, you're from Pequot Lakes, so you're from the area. You're a sophomore, but you didn't play your first year here at CLC. You said you were down at River Falls, I believe.
Yep.
So you've already got some college football experience, and at a pretty good level as well. So you've seen a lot of things, and you're playing this year at strong safety, a pretty important position for our defense. But this isn't so much about football. This is more about you and kind of some of the things that you enjoy, some of the things, how you see football, how you see the world, and even your future a little bit. So let me just ask you a few questions. So what made you switch now to go to CLC?
I originally transferred to CLC for the automotive program, and because of COVID, I didn't get to play that season. So when I had one more class left to finish that degree, so that's why I'm back here this fall.
Okay, so you're finishing up your degree. So with that, then kind of what's your future plans then?
Eventually, I want to someday open up my own shop, but right now I'm just currently working in town.
Okay, neat. So tell me, why do you play football? Or even when did you start playing football? Maybe that would be even a better question.
I started playing football in 3rd grade, which for our school at the time was as soon as you could. And I fell in love with it in the beginning, just the team spirit, team camaraderie, and everything about it. I just enjoy.
Mm-hmm. So, a lot of times as you're growing up, there's somebody you really admire, somebody that maybe invested in you, somebody that was a good example to you. Who's somebody that's kind of been, fit that kind of description for you?
I would have to say that would be my dad, because he was always my middle school coach, and even up into high school, he became the head defense coordinator.
Okay.
And then led our team to state on the defensive side, and we were the #1 defense in the state throughout all conferences.
That's pretty special to be able to share that experience with your dad, and then even the success that came with it, to be able to be a part of that. So you live up in this area, and a lot of people, kind of like Brainerd, Minnesota. Where is that, or what's that all about? What's something you really like about up here?
I like how we can go hunting and fishing and outdooring, just anything outside with a close reach. Anything you want to do, you can pretty much do it.
Yeah, especially fishing. It's like
2
minutes away from anywhere you live up here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So thinking back to high school, you were just talking about some kind of neat experiences you had with your dad. But what's kind of a special football memory as you look back? What was something that just really stood out for you that you said, "Now this is really special"?
Finally making it to state my junior year. We had made it to the section championship the past 3 years in a row. So then my junior year, it was pretty exciting to be on the team as a starter, and then finally make it into the league.
That's cool. It's just, that's what you're striving to, do. When you think of football, there's just so many players, different things going on. What do you think makes football football special? You know, as you have played it now for a lot of years, observed it, you know, why, you know, we talk about why you play football, but what makes it special from your point of view?
Because there's 11 different positions on the field for offense and defense, and each 11 guy has got to do their job, and each 11 spot most time is different, you know, besides the line, but your position is each different. So each guy's got to master their craft and to compete and to win that play and to win the game.
And I suppose with that, then, I mean, it's the communication, it's the, hey, the ups and downs of the game, you know, and just the camaraderie and the brotherhood that comes with it. It's just, yeah, you're right. It's such a unique sport. You know, I told you this in advance so you could really give it some thought. So just to have a little fun, here's a question. If you were stranded on an island and it's you and two other people from our team, this current year's team, and it could be a player or coach or two coaches and a player, whatever you want, who would you select to go and be on that island with you so you survive, and why?
I would pick Riley Warden from New Germany and Joey from Sauk Rapids, mainly because they're easy to get along with, and I feel like they have the best skills in the wilderness, in the wild, kind of outdoors.
All right. So a couple of your defensive buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this week we had the opportunity to kind of highlight and spotlight a couple of our defensive players. Next week we'll have a couple offensive players. And so we're just excited for the season. I'm sure you're excited. What are you most excited about our first home game this week?
Getting back onto a home turf, and like Coach said earlier this week in practice, we haven't played, or the school hasn't played on our home turf here in 2 years because of renovations. So it'll be exciting to see how the community comes out and supports us.
That's great. Well, hey, I want to just say thanks for taking a little bit of time, giving a chance for others just to kind of learn a little bit about our CLC football players, but also to share a little bit about who you are, and hopefully that's an encouragement to others. So thanks, appreciate your time, Tim, and good luck this weekend.
Yep, thank you.
Charles, has been an absolute pleasure to coach here. As a coach, you get a lot of different types of athletes, some that are naturally gifted and some that have great mental capacity for the game and some that study really hard. And Charles, maybe best quality for me as a coach is that he makes it fun. And every day I get to coach Charles, I have fun. And that's awesome as a coach, because sometimes it's a grind and sometimes it's hard work and it's watching film and it's doing all the other little things to check the boxes. And when you get to coach an athlete that just embodies the passion for excitement and competition the way Charles does, it makes your job easy and fun and easy to show up to every day. And you look forward to coaching kids like that. So I love every second I get to coach that kid.
Hi, I'm Dave Bosch from one of the assistant coaches here at CLC, and I'm just excited to be able to interview and just get to know Charles Dressel, one of our captains. He's also a returning player, one of our few, because of the season that we did not have in 2020, but he was part of the 2019 championship team, and we'll probably talk a little about that a little bit later. But hey, just wanted to kind of give people an opportunity to get to know you a little bit and things. So just tell us, why did you choose CLC?
Well, I chose CLC because when I first came to the college to tour it and everything, my dad drove me up here. We met Coach Medic for the first time, and he really stood by his morals and that this isn't just like a football team. Like, this isn't just a college to come to play football. This is like a place you make connections, you make memories, and you become a family. And I really bought into that. And then actually when I was signing up for my classes, this lady named Janet is the sweetest person I think I've ever met. And she got me the classes that best fit my schedule. And she just went on and on about how she loves her football players. And I wanted that love. Honestly, I wanted that. And I wanted to be able to show her that I'm going to be a good student athlete and that I was going to go out there on Saturdays and win as many games as I can.
Well, that's cool. So tell me, why do you play football? You've played a lot of years. When did you start?
I started in 3rd grade.
All right. Was that flag or tackle?
No, it was tackle back in the good old days. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I started in 3rd grade, and honestly, I have a twin brother named Chase, and we've been super physical our whole childhood. So my parents were like, we have to find them something to do where they can't get in trouble for being aggressive. And well, my dad loved football and he never got to play it as a kid. So he said, why don't you guys try this out? And I fell in love with the sport at the first practice when we would try to grab fumbles in the mud and wrestle each other.
So, over your years now since 3rd grade, you've had a lot of coaches in maybe other sports as well. But who's your favorite coach to this point? And tell me a little bit why.
Well, actually, a man named Danny Ingerbretson, he was our defensive coordinator in high school, and he was amazing. He taught discipline. He taught you how to treat women right. He taught you more than just football. He taught you how to change your oil in your car. And he was also our wrestling head coach as well. So I got to see a lot of him, and I see him as kind of like a second dad to me because he just, no matter what I did, he would always never be satisfied. He would never be satisfied with any accomplishment I had because he always thought I could do better. And I live by that today.
So he really pushed you to kind of
did.
be the best you can be.
Yeah.
So you've played football for a lot of years. You've got some college experience in that. What are some things that you think college football or just football in general has taught you?
Well, I feel like, at least with my brother and I, we have always been super competitive in everything we do. And actually on the football field is when we show each other the most affection. I think I haven't hugged him in about 2.5 years. And the bonds and the family and the brotherhood that you make with your teammates is unlike anything I've ever witnessed before. Like, I know a lot of players who are single childs, and as soon as they come to play for Central Lakes or whatever team they're on, they just feel like it's a family. And I feel like football has really taught me how to be a disciplined, hardworking, kind person. That's what I feel like football has done for me.
So high school, maybe even middle school, is there like a favorite football memory sometime in your career that you have that you just go,
in high school, or
it can be it's something that just stands out?
Well, obviously, 2 years ago we won that MCAC championship, actually against my brother, who was at the time on Itasca, and that is by far the greatest memory I ever hold. When it comes to, honestly, life in general, because I've dedicated the most amount of hours into this sport. The only reason I wrestled was to become a better tackler. That's the only reason why, because everything I did, I wanted to become the best football player I could. So seeing all that hard work and that, seeing it all pay off meant more than life itself. So winning that ring was amazing.
That's pretty cool. So future plans, so a couple of years here at CLC, what are you kind of thinking after this? What's kind of your next step?
I would like to go to Mankato State to play football. My sister went to the college, so I got to tour it a little bit, and they have really nice facilities. I think the college as an environment is super cool. And I think I want to go there to get, I honestly want to become a gym teacher. Yeah.
All right, I got kind of one fun question for you that I want to close with.
Okay.
So if you're stranded on an island and you can take only 2 members of your team, this current team, and it can be a coach or a player, who are you going to choose? And then tell me why you would choose them.
Well, first off, I'm for sure taking Coach Kalaji, because he may not sound the brightest, but he 100% is the brightest man you will ever meet. He is a biology major. He's so smart. So I already know that when it comes to survival, he's going to know what berries we can eat, what plants to use for things. He's just so smart. So Kalaji is definitely the number one. And he's a brute. He's strong. So he'd be able to help me with a lot of things, with building huts and stuff. And then the second person is Riley Warden, who's our defensive tackle on our team. And he is a brute too. He's strong, but he's also smart. He may not look it. Kalaji doesn't sound smart, but he is smart. And Riley doesn't look smart, but he is smart. Looks can be deceiving. But at the end of the day, I think both of them are going to be able to chop wood and carry water for me.
For you.
So,
okay.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to be able to do it as well.
You're the king of the island.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm implying.
Okay.
But we'll figure that out once we get on the island.
Well, hey, thanks for just taking a few minutes just to kind of tell us a little bit about who you are.
Of course.
And we look forward to seeing you on the field and excited to see what the 2021 season brings.
Yeah.
So thanks, Charles.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Back here at Central Lakes College to start the second half. Hopefully the Central Lakes College Raiders have made some adjustments. They will
Raiders to begin
receive the second half. And we'll see here if they can get anything really generated offensively, and it really hasn't been much. Really the only bright spot would be Anthony Richmond. He's got about 31 yards on 6 carries. He did have one big 20-yard run in the second quarter. But unfortunately, only 6 points to show for it at halftime. And let's see what type of offensive and defensive adjustments Central Lakes has made during the half. Kick is away, shallow kick. That ball muffed there by Central Lakes at about the 25. And that's all they're going to get.
Kramer with the recovery. 1st and 10, Raiders.
So the Raiders will start their drive here at the 23 to open the second half. And here we go. It is going to be Matt Torres once again. Here's Torres, moves everybody out of the backfield. That ball caught. Big time play. Here we go, opening the second half. Big time strike for the Raiders. It's a touchdown.
Completion to Tucker Schultz for a
77-yard touchdown run for Tucker Schultz. His 3rd catch of the game, the first play of the second half, and talk about offense.
77 yards.
77-yard strike for the Raiders on offense. And the Raiders now within 2. So how about that? Tucker Schultz, 87 yards. He also had a 15-yard catch and a 9-yard catch, so he's off to a pretty good day. 2-point conversion strike, incomplete. But they're going to throw a flag on the play, potentially defensive pass interference.
Pass incomplete.
We take a look here what the flag's going to be.
Holding
it's going to be holding defense. So the Raiders will give it another shot.
Half the distance to the goal.
It'll be half the distance to the goal, so they'll be about the 1.5 or so. So here would be more of a run implementing situation here, I would imagine, here for Central Lakes. But either way, 1.5 yards, they can do whatever they want to. As Richmond lined up to Torres' left. Here's the pass, caught, and the 2-point conversion, good. Justin Miller for the 2-point conversion, and we are tied at 14. And what a way to start the second half for the Raiders, a 77-yard touchdown pass from Matt Torres to Tucker Schultz. The Raiders here to kick the ball off after the 77-yard touchdown pass from Torres to Schultz. A very short kick. The ball caught at about the 30. A couple of herky-jerky moves. Raiders can't bring him down. He's going to dance his way to about the 39-yard line.
And number 80, Samaj Mitchell.
So here we go. Raiders defensively
First down and 10.
have a couple of
The Spartan 39
issues.
yard line.
They haven't been able to really handle having the Spartans run the ball. So the Spartans have ran okay on them so far here today. Defensively, they look okay. An interception to the Raiders' credit. They have 2 of them today. Here's the run for Gregory. That's a big-time run all the way up to about the 48-yard line.
Run by Gregory for a Spartan first down.
So that'll be about a 20-yard run for Gregory. So that's a 20-yard gain.
From the Raider 49.
And here is Hayden under the gun here. Hand off again, Gregory. Gregory up the middle, lowers the helmet.
Hand off to Gregory.
And he's able to pick up around 6.
To the Raider 44-yard line. Second down and 4.
2nd and 4 here for the Spartans. 14 all here in the second quarter. Just under 14 minutes to go. Here's Gregory right up the middle. And he's maybe going to gain a yard.
For a short gain.
So Gregory now 9 carries on the day.
Third down and 3.
And he's had a pretty decent day so far today. He's had about 5 runs with double-digit or more rushing yards. And here's Hayden. Raiders nearly jumped off sides. Spartans want a penalty. Clock running here. Here's Hayden. Looks left, throws left. That ball nearly intercepted. That pass broken up by Vito Richards. Richards with an interception earlier in the game as well.
4th down.
And that will be 3 and out here for the Spartans to start their opening offensive possession here in the second half. And here, 4th and 3. And the Spartans are going to go for it here. Low handoff. And it's going to be a first down and more for the Spartans all the way down to the 35.
Gregory for the run for the first down.
So that'll be an 8-yard carry. For I believe it was Gregory on the carry. So we have an injured Raider here on the field. And we'll take a quick pause in the action here as the Raiders tend to their injured man on the field here. We'll be back in just a moment. Tied up at 14 here in the third quarter. And we'll take a short break. So that will be the man that you guys maybe watched during halftime, Charles Dresser. Or Chase Dressel, pardon me. So he walks off onto the field here under his own power. Jogs off the field, rather. And so the Spartans will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Raider 35. So Hayden here lined up in the gun. He's got Gregory to his right. Here's the snap. Pass. Hayden steps up. He's going to take off. And he's probably going to gain about 7.
Gain of 5.
They're going to give him 7. And it will be 2nd and 5 from the Raider 30. Got Gregory once again lined up to his left. 2 wide receivers right, 2 left. Gregory moving in motion. Here's Hayden. Looks right, throws deep. That ball.
Pass from Hayden caught.
That ball caught.
19. Rick Grossi.
As Grossi grabs his first catch of the day.
The Raider 11.
So that will be a 19-yard catch for Gross. So here's Hayden once again. 2 left, 2 right. Here's Gregory. Gregory gets the handoff. Runs left, runs up the middle.
Hand off to Gregory.
And we're going to get a flag here late, and that's going to go on the Spartans. Looks like we're going to get unsportsmanlike conduct here as it was late in the play. So we'll see now what happens. Sportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Spartans.
On the Spartans, so that'll move them back 15. So it still should be 2nd down here for the Spartans. We see here where they're going to mark the football.
15-yard penalty.
It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. So that ball's going to be moved all the way back. That ball is going to be moved back to about the 20. Looks like they're still trying to figure out some things. Referees give the go-ahead, and we are back here. Hayden back in the gun. Gregory once again in motion to the right. Looks right. Throws right. That ball caught by Grossi.
Pass complete to
and not a huge gain there.
Short gain.
Maybe gets a yard on the catch.
3rd down.
Jala Azizi there, his 2nd reception of the day, 5 yards. And it's going to be 3rd and a country mile here for the Spartans, 3rd and 16. So here defensively, I would imagine some pretty loose coverage coming defensively from Central Lakes. Offensively, obviously a passing situation here for the Spartans. No man backfield, and it's going to be 4 wide. Hayden back in the gun, looks over the center, throws. That ball caught.
Pass caught, a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Zizi with a catch.
Zizi with a catch. Holding.
That's going to be holding on the Spartans, so that'll be negated. That's a killer right there for the Spartans. Already was a 3rd and 16. So the Spartans here shooting themselves big time. They've had a couple of big penalties here on this drive on unsportsmanlike conduct, 15-yard penalty, and then they get the holding call here on 3rd and 16. So it'll be 3rd and 26. So there are absolutely no plays.
26.
Unless, in this case, you're going for the Hail Mary here, getting to the end zone for the Spartans. So, see here what they're going to be able to come up with here. Anything else, they might try a field goal here if they can get relatively close within field goal range. But right now, it would be about a 45-yard field goal from here. Hayden back into the gun. Pressure! And he is sacked! Oh, he gets up! And the play was blown dead, so the sack will officially come down. Nick Crowham picks up his first sack of the day. That's 4th down. And there's definitely no plays in your playbook for this. So with penalties and lost yardage, the Spartans lost 36 total yards with penalties here on this drive. So that's a killer.
Knight to punt.
As Knight's going to be punting here again. Back to return is Foster.
Foster to return.
Here's the punt. That ball's going to roll. Foster's going to let that ball roll down to about the 8. So
Punt down at the Raider 8-yard line.
punt down at the Raider 8, but there is laundry on the field here. We'll check and see what this is. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Minnesota State. So they just continue to shoot themselves in the foot with penalties. 2 unsportsmanlike conducts and a hold on this drive. So maybe some frustrations boiling over from first play in the second half when Tucker Schultz took it 77 yards to the house. But this is got to be a meltdown here for the coaches for Minnesota State. They got to be ripping whatever hair out they have left. So I got a guy with no hair here to the left of me. He's a little offended by that comment. My apologies. So it'll be Matt Torres here under the gun again, as number 14, Landon Jones, will continue to be on the bench. So the Raiders will start here at the 8-yard line as the penalty was declined.
First down, Raiders.
So it'll be a first down here as mentioned. And Richmond here to the right. A 3-wide receiver bunch. Up into the air, caught, big play for the Raiders. All the way down, here we go. Is he gonna make it to the house? And that should be a horse collar. Caleb Jones with the catch.
First and goal.
That's first and goal
3-yard line.
from the Spartans 3. That's a 63-yard catch and run. So here, let's see what the Raiders have here.
Flag on the play. 12 men on the huddle.
12 men in the huddle here.
Raiders.
Sure you've heard a couple of times that'll be on the Raiders, so that'll move them back here a little bit. So not really what you want to see happen after a 63-yard catch and run from Caleb Jones. So they'll move the ball back to the 8. It'll just be a 5-yard penalty, and Torres back out onto the field again.
First and goal from the 8-yard line.
So it'll be first and goal from the 8 here. Raiders threatening here about midway into the third quarter. Down 14-6 at halftime, and now all of a sudden here to start the second half, they're on an offensive roll. Torres looking to throw right. That ball's picked. Third interception of the day for Matt Torres.
26, Joey DeMarco. First and 10.
So Marco with the pick, and
20.
all the Raider momentum again went out the toilet as Matt throws a pick. And that's the second interception of the day where he just threw it to absolutely nobody. So that's a killer right there. And I think the play call's got to be under question as well. You're on the 8-yard line, you throw the ball. I think you got to run it. And that looks, that's reminiscence of the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl about 6 years back. So here's a run for Gregory. Gregory, he's not going to get a terrible
Run
amount.
for Gregory.
Gregory there with his 11th carry of the ball game. And no gain, it looks like, on the play. Or did they get him for a loss? Not the greatest vantage point, but they did get him for a loss. So that'll be loss of 2, so it'll be 11 carries, 61 yards for Gregory on today's game. Hayden here back under center. He's got 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Looks left. And he's sacked all the way back to around the 10-yard line.
Sacked by the Raiders, number 48, Logan Swanson.
Logan Swanson coming up with his first sack of the day. 3rd sack of the day for the Raider defense. And it's 3rd and 25 for the Spartans. So the Raiders definitely have made some big second half adjustments
3rd and long from the Spartan 8-yard line.
in this game now. So that was a loss of 12 on the sack. So 3rd and 22. Not too many plays drawn up in your playbook for this. They're just going to hand it off to Gregory up the middle. And he's going to get to about the 10.
Fourth down from the Spartan 11-yard line.
4th down here from the 11, so officially it will be about a gain of 3. And so the Raiders should start this offensive possession with pretty good field position. They should be inside midfield here.
Knight to punt.
Knight to punt, and it should be Foster back to return once again.
Foster to return.
So here's the punt. Foster picks that ball up at about the 46, and he's going to have about a 1 or 2 yard return.
Short return for Boston. First down for the Raiders.
So that will be a first down for the men in red.
First and 10 from the Spartan 44-yard line.
So the Raiders here. 2 right, 1 left. Running formation here. And not a whole lot doing. As Richmond hit for no gain.
Richmond with the run. Loss of 1, second down and 11.
So here's Torres, back to pass. Looks over the center of the field. That ball caught wide open. Big gain.
That's from Torres to Mo. Complete.
Mo with another catch. Mo grabs his 4th catch of the day, and it went for.
That's enough for a Raider first down.
Looks like it went for about 10. Mo himself has had a pretty big day today. 1st and 10, 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hand off, Richmond tried to run right, and he didn't probably get more than a couple of yards. 8th carry of the day for Richmond. It'll be 2nd down and 8 here. Ball on the 32-yard line. Under 5 to go here in quarter 3. All knotted up at 14. Here's Torres. He's got 2 wide. To his left, 1 to his right. Looks left, throws left. That ball caught in a huge hit.
To Justin
As
Miller.
Miller with the catch. And number 45, Logan Burris, with a huge hit on Miller.
Gain of 2, 3rd down and 7. Gain of 1.
Tucker Schultz here to the top of your screen. Tried to beat him off the line, goes left. Torres, that ball caught. Got a foot down.
To Jackson Ackerman.
Ackerman with another nice catch.
For another Raider first down.
That looks like it was about a 15-yard completion for Ackerman. So here we go. Raiders looking to try to get some momentum here if Torres doesn't take it away from them. Here's the handoff. Richmond up the gut. And not a whole lot. Wheels keep churning for Richmond, however. And the play is finally blown dead. See how many yards he picked up on this play. We're under 3 minutes to go. Looks like he may have picked up around 6.
Second down and 5.
2nd and 5, so officially they'll give him 5. I'll give him 6 because why not? And here we go. Let's see if Torres can maybe find somebody in the end zone. He's got Schultz to the bottom of the screen. He's going to throw right. That ball caught by Foster. Foster
Pass complete
maybe
to
with a
Foster.
loss here. We'll see where that puts the Raiders. Fast, very fast third quarter coming to a close. About 2 minutes left to go.
Short gain, 3rd down and 5.
Here's Torres once again, 3rd and 5. Raiders knocking on the door. Torres looks left, throws left, and overthrown. Flag on the play.
Pass incomplete. Flag on the play.
And it looks like that's going to go against Matthew Croto. Let's see. Defensive pass interference. It certainly looked like it. And Croto doesn't like the call, obviously, but that would be an automatic first down for the Raiders. It's either going to be pass interference or holding here, so the Raiders look like they're going to get bailed out. And looks, it's going to be pass interference.
Spartans.
So that'll be an automatic first down.
First down.
And they're going to see where they're going to spot the football. They haven't even done that yet. So it should be about half the distance to the goal, so they should spot it at about the 6, and it looks like that's where they're going to spot it.
First and goal from the 6-yard line.
So the Raiders here, they'll have 4 chances to take the lead. Let's see if they can do it. Here's Torres, who's got 2 to the top. He's going to give it to Richmond. Richmond hit in the backfield by initially number 22, Jamar Nelson.
Run by Richmond.
Richmond ran into a brick wall. I don't even think he saw him. And And I don't believe he gained much of anything on that carry.
Loss of 1, 2nd and goal from the 6.
So here's 2nd goal from the 6. Under a minute to go here in quarter 3. Here's Torres back in the gun. He's got Richmond to his right. He moves one man in motion. Richmond up the middle. And Richmond's not going anywhere.
Richmond with a run.
Richmond stuffed again, and Coach Medic not really allowing Torres to pass given his last possession, and 3 interceptions today for Torres. So that ball officially went no gain again for Richmond. 2nd consecutive carry, he's had no gain. And it's 3rd and goal. Fans getting excited here. Clouds cleared. Completely sunny day here today. And here's Torres here on 3rd and 6. 10 seconds left to go here in quarter 3. Throw incomplete, too high. And
pass intended for Tucker Schultz, incomplete.
Tucker Schultz, incomplete.
4th down and goal.
The 20th pass attempt of the day for Matt Torres. And there's 6 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3. I got to think here, Raiders, if they're smart, they'd send out the field goal unit here. It'd only be about a 24-yard field goal. Here's Torres on the snap. Torres looks to throw, and was it picked again? But it looks like there's a flag on the field.
Flag on the play.
We'll see what that was. So it's going to be an illegal shift here on the Raiders.
Penalty declined.
So the penalty obviously was declined there, and it's a turnover on downs, and the Raiders probably should have tried for 3 on that possession. So that's a little bit of a bummer there for the Raiders as they go scoreless again. 2nd consecutive possession that they've been in the red zone and come away with nothing on back-to-back offensive drives. And we're going to have one play get ran here, and we'll head to quarter number 4. Half second left to go. Man in motion. Here's Hayden. Back to pass. Throws right. That ball caught. And out of bounds. Close to about the 17.
That brings an end to the 3rd quarter. We are tied at 14.
Zizi there with a catch. Tied at 14. We head to quarter 4 here. Raiders trying to shut the door and get their first win of the season. And you're watching Central Lakes College football streaming exclusively on YouTube. Back here to start quarter 4, all knotted up here at 14 in the Spartans with an 11-yard reception to end quarter number 3. So that pass caught by Zizi. That pass there caught by number 11, Frederick Brown. And he's tackled it near the 30-yard line, so that should go down as about a 13-yard reception. 4th catch of the day for Brown. Brown right at about 100 yards on the day today. So he has had a pretty nice day today. He had an 84-yard catch for his 3rd possession of the game. And here's Hayden back in the gun. He's got Gregory to his left. Delayed handoff. And that tackle made by number 45, AJ Agillo. So it'll be 2nd and 8.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
So it'll be 2nd and 11 here after the loss. Great tackle by Agillo. And here's Hayden. He's got 2 left, 2 right. Raiders look like they may have jumped. They're going to keep the flag in the pocket. And Hayden's going to take off running down to about the 28. And
3rd down.
So that's going to be a gain of 9. Hayden there with a nice pickup. He's lone set in the gun. 4 wide receiver set. Raiders looking like they're going to blitz. They do. That pass may have been dropped by Brown. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Brown.
Brown with the incompletion. That'll be 4th down. It'll be 4th and 2. So do you go here? If you're the Spartans, do you go for it or do you boot the ball away? And you gotta punt this ball, I think, here. If you're the Spartans, you turn this ball over. You're going to give Central Lakes great field position, but given the last few drives, as the Spartans here, they're going to go for it here. 4th and 2, 4 wide set. Nobody in the backfield. And Raiders going to be playing zone coverage here, I would imagine. Here's the snap. Throw to the middle of the field. Did he pick up the 1st down? That's going to be the question. They're probably going to bring the chain gain out for this. Looks like it was only about a 2-yard gain.
1st down.
And they're going to give him the 1st down. Dove with his 2nd catch of the day. He's got 8 yards receiving. So I think they gave the Spartans a little bit of a generous spot, but nonetheless, Raiders got to do, they got to hold their defense out here a little bit longer. Here's the handoff to Gregory, and a great tackle made by number 43, Cole Hilmer.
Tackle for loss by number 43, Cole Hiltner.
That is a TFL of 2. Thirteenth carry of the game goes for a loss for Gregory. So it's going to be 2nd and 13, 12:23 here to go in quarter 4. Hayden in the gun, and as usual, he's got Gregory right on his hip. 3 bunch right. Here's the throw. That ball's going to be caught by, looks like it was Brown coming up with the catch.
Hayden's pass to Dove, caught.
Dove with a catch. Big gain.
1st down, Spartans.
Dove with a big catch. Not sure how far that went for.
1st and 10 from the Raider 43.
They'll have the ball here at the Raider 42. Hayden in the gun here. He's got pressure in his face, throws the screen to Gregory. Gregory making some moves. Gregory into the open field, made two-man miss. Over to the right side, still on his feet.
Pass to Gregory, complete.
So the 20th completion of the game. It'll be 1st and goal for the Spartans. Trying to see where they mark this football. They're going to mark the ball at the 8-yard line. That'll be a 34-yard catch and run for Gregory. Aiden back in the gun. He's going to give it to him again. Up the middle. He's in for 6. Touchdown.
8-yard run by Gregory for a touchdown.
8 yards, scamper into the end zone for Gregory on that one. So the Spartans taking the lead 20-14. About 11 minutes left to go.
Nice to kick the extra point.
Here comes the extra point here for the Spartans, looking to go up 7. High snap, kick is up on the way. Looks good, it is.
Extra point is good.
So the Spartans will take a 7-point lead on the 8-yard run.
21, Raiders 14.
From Rodorius Gregory. And the Raiders looking to make something happen offensively here. They started the second half. First play of the second half went for a big gain of 77 to Tucker Schultz for the touchdown. And since then, the Raiders offense has been dormant. 21-14. Raiders will have the ball after this.
Night to kick off for the Spartans.
So the Spartans all ready to kick off here. Kick is away. And that will be muffed by number 13, Andrew Kramer, in the end zone. And it'll go in for a touchback. So the Raiders will start at the 35, or from their own 20, rather. So the Raiders here needing something desperately offensively. The Raiders will have the ball here to start at the 25. A lot of confusion up here in the booth as to where touchbacks used to be. That's why we're all confused. But officially, they'll take it from the 25. So it'll be Torres here. He's got Richmond low snap. He's got to get rid of the football. That one nearly intercepted again.
Pass intended for Ackerman, incomplete.
So Matthew
Second down and 10.
Croto nearly picked that ball off. That's about the second interception he probably should have had. But Torres gets bailed out again. And we'll see if he starts next week. So Torres here in the gun. Richmond to his right. 2 right, 1 left to the top of the screen. Looks left, throws left. That ball dropped by Foster.
Pass intended to Foster, incomplete.
Foster with a couple of drops on the day, and it looks like Isaiah Griffin a little slow to get up. And Torres back onto the gun here, 11 minutes left to go with the Spartans leading 21-14. Richmond back to pass. And Torres is sacked.
Torres sacked by number 45.
Back at about the 19.
Logan Ferris.
So not really anything Torres could do on that when he had pressure in his face pretty much right away. And it looks like the offensive line, I think, is a little tired for sure. So it'll be a 3 and out here for the Raiders, 4th and 16.
Ryan to punt.
Tim Ryan here back to punt. And he shanked that one. So the ball was on the 19. And the punt looks like it's only going to go for about 3 yards. So it's going to be first down here, and it's going to be outstanding field position here for the Spartans.
First and 10.
So the punt officially will be 6 yards. So Hayden here back in the gun once again. Just here to his left, and Gregory to the right. Hayden looks to pass, looks right, now scrambles out of the pocket to his right, throws, that ball dropped by
Pass
Brown.
intended for Brown, incomplete. Second down and 10.
So it'll be second down and 10. The 21st pass of the day for Nate Hayden. Very good numbers for Hayden last week against Minnesota West. 33 of 45. 418 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception last week. Not quite matching the numbers up this week. He's got his team up 7 here in the gun at the Raider 25-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Gregory, run to the right. Great contain on the edge there from the Raiders.
By Gregory.
That should be a loss here of a few yards. Let's see where they mark it. We are now under 10 minutes to go here. So it looks like it's going to be about a 3-yard loss. 3rd down and 12. For Gregory, great contain there from the left side of the line for the Raiders. Obviously a passing situation here for Hayden. Looks left, evades. There's going to be holding on the Spartans.
Pass to Brown, incomplete. Flag on the play.
So this should be 3rd and 22.
Holding on the Spartans.
That flag came out right
declined.
away.
4th down.
So it'll be 4th down and 12. So it looks like they're going to go for this here. 4-man spread. 4th and 12 from the 27. Hayden looks left. Back to the right. Throw incomplete. Turnover on downs.
Pass incomplete. Turnover on downs. First and 10 Raiders.
First and 10 here for the Raiders. This fan base here fired up. And here, let's see what Torres can bring to this offense here on this drive. They need him desperately. 9:15 left. Down 7.
Okay, come on, Raiders! Get it down there!
Torres has had some bright moments, but it seems like the receivers have made a lot of the work pretty easy for him this afternoon. A lot of run after the catch. This one to Richmond. Richmond tackled almost immediately.
Run by Richmond.
And it looks like that'll be a loss of maybe a couple on the play. Second down, loss of 1 officially.
Second and 11.
So far, the Raiders rushed the ball 16 times with Richmond in this game. This one out to Foster, and that
Pass complete to Foster.
not a whole lot doing there for Foster, as that's going to be a loss. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 11, so no gain.
Third down and 15.
3rd and 15, so it will be a 4-yard loss. 8 minutes to go. So 3rd and 15 here. Maybe try to get something over the middle here if you can. Man coverage. This ball out and incomplete. That pass.
Pass intended for Tucker Schultz.
Intended for Schultz. Incomplete. And the punt unit coming out again is Ryan. Ryan's leg's going to fall off. How many times he's punted in this game? His last punt went a total of 6 yards.
Tim Ryan's punt.
So we'll see what kind of punt Ryan gives off here. And he's going to need a nice punt here to hopefully pin the Spartans back as deep as he can. Low kick. Much, much better punt. They're going to get some good roll out of it, too. And that ball will be spotted around the 43.
First and 10, Spartans.
So the Spartans will start out with pretty good field position. They'll start at their 44, up 7. 7:40 left to go.
We want a turnover!
So here's the run. Ball outside. Looks like they may gain about 7 here.
Joel Dorjuski.
Dorjust with the carry. That should go for about 7. Or second down and 3, rather. Here, Hayden in the gun. He's got 4 wide. Here's Hayden. Looks right, pump fakes, throws. That ball's caught. And that's going to go all the way to the house. Zizi for the touchdown. 49-yard strike.
Touchdown. 27-14. Knights to kick the extra point.
So the Spartans looking to go up 14 here. 6:51 left. That kick up and good.
Extra point is good. 28-14.
28-14 here, Raiders.
Fergus Falls.
They're going to need a touchdown for sure on this next offensive possession. They'll get the ball next. 6:51 left, down 14.
Knights to kick.
Fear.
Kramer Zylski to return.
And let's see here what the Raiders offense can generate. They haven't generated a ton today. They had the opening play go for a touchdown. A 77-yard strike from Landon Jones to Tucker Schultz. And other than that, the Raiders have gone scoreless since that point. So here's the kickoff. High kick, good kick. Taken from about the 10. And he will gain about 16 on the return.
Kramer with the return for the Raiders.
Looks like the ball's going to be spotted at around the 35-yard line.
First and 10 from the Raider 25.
Spot the ball officially at the 25. My apologies. So it'll be a 15-yard return. And here is Torres. 4 wide receiver set. He's got Richmond to his right. Moves him in motion. And it looks like it's going to be a false start here on the offense,
False
and it is.
on the Raiders.
So that'll go on Will Gruber, his second penalty of the day.
First and 15 from the
First
20-yard
and
line.
15 from now the 20. So the Raiders are going to need to score very fast. Make a quick defensive stand to get the ball back. 6:41 to go. Low snap, able to pick it up fast. That ball dropped. That's a tough drop there.
Pass intended for Schultz, incomplete.
Schultz, you could tell he turned his eyes upfield before the ball got to him. Yeah, that's a tough break because it looked like he had some room to run at least in front of him. So it was a very on-target pass from Torres. Would have hit him right between the numbers. And so Torres, relatively today, has actually done fairly well. He's had a few little snaps today. Seems like he's done all right with them. And that one may be the best opportunity to get something going. There's a high snap. Torres throws to
Pass intended for
throws well
Schultz.
behind Schultz.
Incomplete. Third down.
Looks
and
like that was
15.
supposed to be a comeback route there for Schultz, and it looked like Torres just let the ball rip plenty too early. That ball was a good probably 5-7 yards behind Schultz. Schultz here back in the gun. He's got 4 wide. Richmond to his left. Running back screen. Richmond not able to get a handle on it as that'll fall incomplete.
Pass intended for Richmond, incomplete. 4th down and 15.
4th and 15, and that will just about do it for the game here today. So the Raiders will get ready to boot the ball. Tim Ryan again is going to need a lot of ice on that leg. Here's the punt. That's a good punt. That ball not going to get a Raider roll on that one.
Ball down at the Raider.
The ball's going to be downed.
3-yard line.
Ball's going to be down at the 44, so it'll be a 24-yard punt for the Raiders. And so the Spartans will start out with good field position in Raider territory. 28-14, 6:21 to go. We'll be back. Here. Bad snap, not able to pick it up. He's going to go down. And that's going to be kind of a game tackle between a couple of guys. It'll be Logan Swanson and Devon Campbell combining for the sack.
Swanson on the sack.
So that's about the 3rd or 4th sack today for the Raider defense.
2nd and 18.
So it'll be 2nd and 18, a loss of 8. So the Spartans not anywhere near in a rush to snap the football. They're just going to let this clock run. And the Raiders are going to fall to 0-2 on the season. A rare start for the Raiders. I can't even remember the last time they started 0-2 on the season. Here's Hayden, snap to Gregory. Gregory's maybe going to pick up a couple.
Gregory with a carry for a short gain. Third down.
Just been a tough day overall here today for the Raiders offensively and on the defensive side of the ball. Not a whole lot of consistency on each side. Opened great to start the second half. First play of the game went for 6. And since then, not anything really generated from the offense. Here's Hayden back to pass. Throws that ball, caught. Did he catch that ball?
Pass caught.
What a catch.
Number 2.
From Gregory.
Darius Gregory.
That is an amazing grab from a running back. Jump up, that ball thrown behind him. Made a great catch. And I think they ought to split him out at wide receiver. That was maybe the most impressive catch of the day, and it didn't even come from a wideout. So here is Hayden. About 4 minutes to go here today. That handoff to Gregory. Gregory with a great run.
Hand off to Gregory.
Gregory getting down to about the 15. Tim Ryan on the tackle. That should be close to a first down.
Gain of 9. Second down.
That'll be a
and
gain
1.
of 9, so they'll give him 1. Under 4 minutes to go here, 3:37 and counting, 28-14 lead for the Spartans. Obviously in no rush to snap the football here as they've got this game well in hand. Gregory in motion, they'll hand it off to DeJuiced. First down, he's going to get to the corner. That's going to be first and goal.
Or Spartan first down. First down and goal.
First and goal here for the Spartans. They're knocking on the door again. So it looks like that is going to be about a 9-yard pickup for DeJuiced.
First and goal from the 5.
3 carries, 12 yards today for DeJuiced. And let's see here what the Pioneers can generate. Or the Spartans, rather. That ball ran by Gregory, nothing doing. Good gang tackle work there.
Juice, the run for the Spartans. Loss of 2. Second and goal from the 7.
So the Raiders next week will be at Rochester for their game. And they're going to need a big win next week. Playoffs not going to be a worry really for either of these two teams. All 8 teams in the conference will qualify for the postseason. And we got a whistle here, timeout. The Spartans will take their first timeout of the half. With 2:06 left, up 14 with 2:05 to go. .206 left to go here, 2nd and 7.
Come on, D. Hold him.
Spartans here looking to knock on the doorstep, looking to add another touchdown. They've got 3 already today. Handoff here to DeJuice. DeJuice looking to get to the left corner, and he gets to about the 9. So that'll be a loss of a couple, it looks like. Under 2 minutes now to go. And we have a whistle here.
Encroachments on the Raiders.
Encroachment on the Raiders. So that should be half the distance.
Half the distance. Automatic first down. Second down.
So the ball should be around the 4-yard line, and the Pioneers will have 4 chances to punch another touchdown in. Nate Hayden has been outstanding today. Put up some good numbers. His wide receivers definitely helped him out today. Zuzi with a 49-yard catch. Fred Brown with a touchdown in this game as well. Pummeling his way through with Gregory. And he may have picked up a couple on that play.
3rd down and goal.
3rd and goal here. Doesn't look like he really gained much of anything. So it's a good pinch there by the Raider defensive line. Crowd obviously letting the Raiders hear it here a little bit as we get to about a minute to go. And it looks like the Pioneers are going to call a timeout here with a minute remaining.
Timeout. Fergus Falls.
Fergus Falls calls their second timeout of the half, one remaining for them. The Raiders with all 3 of theirs. Not that they're going to need to really use them, but still have them in the bank if they want them. But at this point, timeouts really aren't much of a discussion, and there's going to be a lot of discussion this week amongst the Raiders, I think, really on both sides of the football. I do certainly think there's some bright spots amongst some of the receivers. Looks like Frederick Brown for the Spartans may be their top wideout. He's had a very impressive day today. 4 catches for Brown on the day, unofficially. And I think the Raiders may have a couple of really good receivers. I think Tucker Schultz probably leads that group, number 87. So 1 minute left to go here. 28-14 lead for the Spartans. Here's a snap. And boy, Gregory met in the backfield by number 47, Chase Dressel. He's had a couple of tackles today.
Down and goal.
4th and goal here. So looks like that'll be a loss of a few, about a loss of 7 or so, as we are under 30 seconds remaining and counting. So the Pioneers more than likely will use their last timeout here. It doesn't look like they're going to. Seems like Aiden wants to get these guys lined up under center. 10 seconds left. Gets the snap off. Throw caught. And it will be Raider football with 3 seconds left.
Number 19, Grossi.
And the final score of the game should be 28-14.
1st and 10 Raiders.
As Torres will take the final snap here, barring a defensive penalty here from the Pioneer. It was a very good offensive effort today from the Pioneers. So either a run or a kneel here from the Raiders to close this one out. They'll move to 0-2. Going to be heading down to Rochester next week. They'll take a knee on it, and that will be the final. 28-14 wraps this game up. Central Lakes moves to 0-2. And with some pretty good adjustments to be made this week, Cameron Schneider bringing you the call today. Be back in a couple of weeks for the next Raider home game.
Please join us and have a safe rest of your
2:30 kickoff 2 weeks from now. So long and good afternoon from Central Lakes College.